gentlemen, the Serve-In Cigar Show. And here's your host, Serve-In.
Hello and welcome once again to the Serve-In Cigar Show. This is a special episode because this is right over the holidays, both Christmas, Hanukkah, and we're getting ready to come up to New Year's Eve. So it's great. I'd like to introduce our guests. I think I'm going to tip one first. There we go. Nice puff on a good cigar. And let me introduce our panelists. Our panelist number one, which is always on our panel, is Avery Gardner. Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Avery Gardner, and as I've discussed before, my most notable achievement in life is my lifetime membership to the Serve-In Wise Ash Lounge. I had a wonderful Christmas, I have to say. I got some very wonderful invitations. They all ended with, "I don't want you spending it alone." But finally, I did choose one of my non-pity invitations, and I had a wonderful time with my brother and his wife. So, the other thing I want to talk about, I've talked about in previous episodes, wine and cigars, and how wine and cigar tasting is similar. I also want to bring up food. As I stated last time, I'm a self-styled man of the grape. I'm also a self-proclaimed, self-styled gourmet. I like a good meal, and there's a bit of controversy over whether smoking and good meal goes together. I for one believe they do, but nonetheless, good cigar, good food, whether it's before or after or during, or good wine is what it's all about.
Sounds good. And if you haven't caught the hint, he's single, available, and always looking. Dave. John Copwell, how you doing tonight?
Wonderful.
I didn't shake his hand because he had a cigar in it, but that's okay.
I always keep my right hand available.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am John Capwell. This is our third show, and I'm having a ball doing it. Having a great time enjoying cigars that I never know what they are. I think that's the biggest point to this show, is that we're able to bring you, the viewer, exactly what's going on with cigars that are out there all over, and there's a million to choose from, and we're able to help you out in regards to which ones are worth it and which ones aren't worth it. Got a number of great Christmas gifts, including, guess what? A few cigars. Looking forward to our third show, and if anybody has questions, make sure you get in touch with us, and we can certainly address them.
You got a few Christmas cigars. I don't remember seeing your wife here. Holy Christmas, we're going to have to do something about that. Next week we might only have one panelist and a guest. That's all right. And I'd like to once again reintroduce myself. I'm your host, Vinny Coro, and I am Serve-In. We're at the Serve-In Cigar Lounge, also known as the Wise Ash Lounge. And tonight we're going to be having a special guest, and we'll be talking a little bit about the 30 years that I've been smoking here, not only up here in Binghamton, but obviously since I was just joining the Marine Corps. Future plans, the Serve-In Cigar Lounge is actually contemplating making maybe a small move. We're right now we're in the process of checking out a couple of nightclubs, and we may be moving this into the local area into having a separate nightclub, jazz lounge, as well as having our cigar store and cigar private membership lounge. Another thing that I wanted to mention is how we're being unfairly treated by the credit card industry. One company in particular, which I'll just name the card. There's different divisions within the card, but it was MasterCard. I got an email from an associate of mine from outside of the state that they actually, as of January 1st, for all tobacco products, plan on adding a $5 to $15 processing fee per cigar, per transaction.
Unacceptable.
And it's unacceptable. So we're doing something, as I mentioned in one of the previous shows. What has happened is that I actually got elected onto the Tobacco Association of America, and I will be fighting for us in Washington, D.C. What I'd like to do now is invite and bring to you tonight's guest. It's from the town of Owego. He's the town of Owego supervisor, and his name is Don Castellucci. Nice Italian man. Like to have you sit down in our guest of honor seat.
I know Vin was struggling with that name all along.
I'm struggling with the name.
We finally had it down.
Actually, I was thinking about the scotch that I had just drank. Don and I have been known each other now for about a year and a half, and we were at his, one of the things he's going to be talking about, we were actually at one of his charity functions. And as I keep mentioning, I think we were instrumental in getting him into office. No one else may feel that way, but we, Avery and I, we feel it.
Well, I actually voted for him.
There we go.
So
now, I
you
would
were.
have, but I'm not in the area.
You were
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Don, how you got involved in cigars, tell us a little bit about some of the things for the future in Owego, and we'll have time. We're going to squeeze it in because I know you enjoy doing a lot of charity work even before you thought about running for office and all, and you're well known in the community for that. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that too. Why don't you say something?
Well, I'm originally from Union City, New Jersey. Grew up just outside Hoboken, Frank Sinatra country. Moved up here in '76, and I now reside in Appalachian, in part of the town of Owego. I've been on the town board for the last 14 years as a councilman. Recently just got elected to town supervisor. I start on January 1st. I have a wife, Victoria, and my son Donald III, and my daughter Lauren. Both go to Penn Seton Catholic Central. My son's graduating high school this year. Enjoy politics. I try to do a lot of charity work because people have been very good to me over my life, and I try to give back. One of the main things I do is I run blood drives. In 1997, my dad died on Christmas Day of cancer. And each year, in December, I run a blood drive. And we've probably gotten over 400 and something donors now, which has actually helped about 1,200 people with those donations. We run some at work.
I didn't hear about it. I would have helped. My blood is good. The doctor told me the other day I'm all right. It's 12 proof.
He'll get you.
Okay, yeah, that's right. We'll get you. We run 3 or 4 at work each year, and we do it. We really attract a lot of blood donors through that. And I collect. I'm in the Lions Club for the last 12 years in Appalachian, and we do a lot of community service. And that's how I've gotten to know people in the community. Politics it is a community service in a sense if you're doing it for the right reasons. I like to think I am. I get a benefit out of it because I enjoy politics, I enjoy debating, but I also, enjoy meeting the people and shaking hands.
All right. We're going to pause right now and go to our second episode, which is, this is episode 3, part 2, episode 3, part 1, and we'll come back with part 2 in just a moment.